Confirmation in the last few minutes as I was running through the classifiers that is now officially a Arsenal player. The medicals passed earlier today. Personal terms were agreed. That news broke around about 3 hours ago. But in the last few minutes, news confirmed, is a gunner. He has made...
In a momentous occasion at the Emirates Stadium's press auditorium, the air was thick with anticipation as Viktor Gyökeres took his seat for his first official press conference since completing his high-profile move from Sporting CP to flanked by a beaming Mikel Arteta and Sporting director Andrea Berta. The Swedish marksman looked every bit the modern number 9 Arsenal fans have craved for years. The flashbulbs of the world's media created a rhythmic strobe as the trio prepared to discuss the details of a transfer that has fundamentally altered the Premier League landscape. Mikel Arteta opened the proceedings with a glowing welcome, describing Gyökeres as a player with a unique profile who adds a layer of physicality and ruthlessness to the Gunners' frontline. The manager's praise was not merely hyperbolic, it was backed by the staggering 97 goals Gyökeres produced in Portugal, a statistic Arteta referenced to emphasize the high standards now expected at the club. The synergy between the manager and his new striker was evident from the start, as they shared a brief, focused exchange before the first questions were fielded. Gyökeres, speaking with a calm confidence that mirrored his clinical on-field presence, expressed his immense pride in joining what he called the most exciting project in world football. He spoke at length about the influence of Arteta's tactical vision, admitting that once he understood how the manager intended to utilize his explosive pace and hold-up play, the decision to leave Lisbon for North London became an easy one. "I am here to win," he stated simply, a sentiment that resonated deeply with the local journalists in attendance. The press conference also touched upon the technicalities of the deal, including the 5-year contract that secures Gyökeres' peak years for the club. Andrea Berta highlighted the meticulous scouting process that led to this moment, revealing that Arsenal had been tracking the Swede's progress since his early days at Coventry City. The sporting director noted that while the negotiations with Sporting were rigorous, the player's unwavering desire to move to the Emirates was the deciding factor in finalising the £64 million agreement. One of the highlights of the session was the presentation of the iconic number 14 shirt, previously worn by Thierry Henry. Gyökeres acknowledged the weight of the jersey with a respectful nod, stating that he doesn't see it as a burden but as an inspiration to write his own chapter in the club's history. Arteta added that the decision to give him the 14 was a unanimous one, symbolising the club's belief that Gyökeres possesses the big-game temperament necessary to lead the line for a team chasing the highest honours. The conversation naturally shifted to how Gyökeres would integrate with the current squad, particularly alongside fellow new arrivals Arda Güler and Rodrygo. Arteta spoke enthusiastically about the tactical jigsaw he is currently assembling, suggesting that the combination of Gyökeres' raw power and the technical brilliance of the Madrid duo would make Arsenal a nightmare for defensive coaches. The manager's smile when discussing the potential of this new-look attack was a telling sign of his satisfaction with the window's outcome. Reporters also questioned the striker on his previous experience in England with Brighton and Swansea. Gyökeres was quick to point out that he is a completely different animal now compared to his younger self. He credited his time in Portugal for refining his movement in the box and his ability to link play, asserting that he returns to the Premier League as a finished product ready to dominate the league's most physical defenders. As the session drew to a close, a sense of unity permeated the room. Arteta's final remarks were a direct message to the fans, thanking them for their patience and promising that the club is giving everything to bring the title home. Gyökeres ended with a simple promise to the supporters, "I will leave everything on the pitch for this badge." The press conference concluded with a traditional photo opportunity, the 3 men standing united, an image that will undoubtedly grace the back pages of every major sports publication tomorrow.